Hello and welcome to Shredder Zoo. My name is Shredder and this is my zoo. Thank you for joining me today. I'm pretty excited because I've been planning stuff. I don't normally plan stuff when I build, I just build. But I have actually been planning some stuff, to a certain extent anyway. This is at the bug house. We started doing this yesterday and we're going to continue doing this today. So I actually, look over here, I've spawned in some of the creatures that we're going to be putting in, and I completely forgot about the Lymantria. Now, if I have said that I'm not doing fantasy creatures in this zoo, a lot of people keep asking, so I'll just quickly go over it. So when this zoo is all about the land-based, or at least semi-aquatic, dinos and creatures in Ark. I'm not doing underwater things, and I'm not doing fantasy creatures. When this series is finished, when I've completed this zoo, I will then be doing an underwater series where I'll be doing like a SeaWorld or Enzo came up with a really good name. It was Ark Aquarium. So that's what we're going to be doing. That's the next series. So that's the Aquarium. And then once that is finished, I will then probably, almost certainly, going to be starting from scratch on probably a new map. I'll find a completely different map, not the island, and we'll start with Shredder Zoo's Series 2. And in that series, I will be doing everything. So that will be all the fantasy creatures as well from Scorched Earth, from the new Aberration DLC. Once that's out, we can use all those fantasy creatures, and I'm going to have it all set out. I'm really looking forward to that series, but that's a long way off in the future. We need to get this done. So as I said, I'm not doing fantasy creatures, but I feel I'm justified in doing the Lymantria and the Mantis and things like that, because it's a moth. Moths are real. It's not a fantasy creature. It's just a giant version of a real creature, which is exactly the same as these things. I mean, this is the Pulmonus Scorpius. Pulmonus Scorpius was a real creature. It just wasn't this big. And the same thing with the spider. It's not based on any one particular spider. It's just a spider. And obviously, we've never had spiders this big. And same thing with dung beetles. Dung beetles aren't this big, but they are real creatures. So it's pretty much the same with all this stuff, really. Same with the snails. I'm not sure what the biggest snail is we've ever had. Maybe not this big, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. We probably could have had snails this big quite easily. But yeah, so everything like this is basically they're real creatures, just to gigantic sizes to fit in with the whole fantasy theme of the game, really. So I feel absolutely fine in using those in the zoo. So anyway, oh, excuse me, I've still got a bit of a cold. I'm a bit bugged up. Hope you don't mind. So I've been working on the leech enclosure, and I'm much happier with this. So if you saw last episode, I was really struggling to get this looking the way I wanted it. And so basically what I did, I got rid of the fountains, and I put rocks all along the bottom here, and these plants here, which look like they're underwater because they're kind of like they're waving in the current sort of thing. So I put a few of those in, and we've got 3 leeches in there, and I've painted the glass, the cyan. That's pretty much the same as what I had before, so it's kind of fairly dark, and you get that kind of cyan tint to it, which you wouldn't get if it was just like normal glass. And I've also, if you look at the top here, I've put in, you can just about see if we look through here, you can see the top of the water. So that's another couple of glass ceilings which I've painted and tinted exactly the same, and just got rid of all the borders, so it looks like the top of the water. So this is like, it's a proper little aquarium, which we've got the leeches in. So I'm really happy how that's turned out. I actually think that looks so much better than what I had yesterday. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section. So yeah, so we basically got the leeches and we've got the ants. But what I have been doing is planning out where everything else is going to go. So I've planned out the walkway that people are going to go down, and I've sort of put in the steps and really kind of sort of figured out exactly what we're going to do. We've got all the things we have. So what I'm planning on doing is over this side, which we'll be doing today. We might be able to get quite a lot of this done actually. I don't know whether we'll get the whole lot done. Depends how quickly I can work. So dung beetle is going to go here. The snail is going to go in there. This one's going to be for scorpions, spiders in there, mantis in there, arthropleura in there, and then this area we're going to have the Lymantria and Meganura. It's going to be like a kind of, if you've been like a tropical butterfly house, you can just walk around and the butterflies sort of fly around you. So I'm going to have that in here. So we have giant moths and giant dragonflies that could be flying around in here. And then you come out into the exit and the rest of the zoo. So I'm really looking forward to getting this done. I think that's going to look pretty awesome. So the idea with the walkway. It's not going to be quite the same as the tunnel I had before. It's going to be effectively the same. So I'm going to change these over to half walls all the way along, and then I'm going to put on, so how I've done like this one, so the glass walls, and then going to go along there. We'll have a glass ceiling over the top, and so it will be like a glass tunnel, but the things won't necessarily be able to crawl over the top. Not quite how we had it. We'll have something like that when I do the underwater world with a shark tunnel in. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to do. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to change these all over to half walls and get the glass walls in, just so we can kind of see what the tunnel is going to look like. And then we'll start work on decorating this area for the dung beetles and this area for the snails, and we'll get them in there. And then we'll see how much further we can get. We can probably get quite a few enclosures done today. So yeah, anyway, I will do that, and I'll see you in a little while. Takes quite a while to render in. Now, for all those people who still keep asking me to put them on wandering, if they were wandering, they would wander outside of the walls before they're rendered in, and they would get lost. That's why I do not have things on wander. You can see how long it takes now. If they were wandering, they could easily get outside of the walls before these things rendered in, and they just get lost. So I do not have things on wandering, and I'm not going to put them on wandering until Wildcard fixes the issue where the structures render in after the dinos. Okay, so hopefully that clears that up. That's why I don't do it. Anyway, so this is what we've got. I've actually placed all the dinos in their enclosures. Oh, hang on. Where'd the Arthropleura go? Oh, no. It was right here. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, God. Okay. Has it fallen through? Where did I just see it? It's around here. There it is. If I punch it, sometimes I'll just do the... There we go, there we go. Alright, calm down. Okay, so it's fallen through. That's a shame. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so we have the dung beetles and the snails, we have the scorpions, the spiders, the mantis, the Arthropleura, and the lamantia down there. So what we're going to do, we'll get a few more things. We'll get another mantis. I think one Arthropleura is probably enough. We could get another scorpion. We could get 3 in there. Maybe another spider. I don't know. We'll see. 3 dung beetles is probably enough. We'll get another snail. Maybe another couple of snails. So the plan now is to kind of decorate this enclosure. So with that in mind, I have a few things on me. I've got some, I thought I'd go for kind of a deserty type theme, for the dung beetles. They're a common sort of, I mean, they're common everywhere, but, I don't know, I just thought we'll go with the theme. The only problem with these scorched earth rocks, though, is they are huge. This one's the smallest one, I think. The other ones are enormous and they won't fit in the enclosure, so we'll have to do without those. But what we can do is stick in a couple of these. Maybe stick another one over this side, like that. And then the rest of the things, I was tempted to maybe replace it with adobe. Place the floor of this enclosure with adobe, make it look more of a deserty thing. It is tempting to do. It would obviously alter the kind of the outside here. Might make it look a little bit weird. But I think we'll get one. Let's just see what it looks like. If I was to stick in something like that on the stone, I guess that does look a little bit weird. Let me see what it looks like if I replace all these foundations with adobe. Here we go. You know what? That looks better. I think we'll go with that. It gives it something a bit different. And on the outside, not too bad at all, because they kind of sink into the ground at this point. So it's only really just this tiny little bit here that kind of shows through. And I'm absolutely fine with that. So yeah, I think we'll go with that one. So we'll stick in a few more of these plants and bushes and things that we got. A few more of these little cactus things. Give it a nice sort of desert theme. And I think we'll look pretty good. I do like these. What else have we got? We've got some bushes. Some desert bushes, and what else have we got? Something else over here. Oh yeah, some dead bushes. Yeah, we'll stick a load of those in, like that. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty good. I like it. And have we got anything else? Oh, there's something else. Let's put that over here. Oh, nice big one. How's that looking? A little bit more. We need a bit more vegetation, I think. Let's put in some more of these bushes, like so, and maybe another one of these over in the corner here. There we go. Oh, that looks really cool. I like it. Let's just have a quick look. What I'll do is actually I'll get out of ghost mode because that could confuse things a bit. Walk. There we go, lovely. I will just fly though, so we can actually just fly up easy. So here we go, yep, so we get a nice kind of view. So unfortunately, actually what I could do, while I'm thinking about it, if I just grab my model selector gun, and just put this in here, what we want to do is, we want 3 sides, that's the one we want. So what we can do is just go along, just get rid of that bottom edge so you can actually see a little bit better, so it doesn't block quite so much of the view. That's perfect. I'm going to do the same for all these ones. Now I did that actually in here as well. I did it with this. I took out this bottom one. Let's get rid of the HUD for a bit so we can actually see what we're doing along there and along here as well. So I'll make this one big glass so you can actually see a little bit better. The positioning of the ants is not the best. They should be a bit further back and be able to see them, but that's fine. And oh, that looks pretty sweet through here as well, doesn't it? So yes, you can come through. You can get quite a decent view. The dung beetles in there, so there's 3 dung beetles. So remember, actually I haven't mentioned this episode yet about naming. Naming wise, we've got 1 dung beetle available. A couple of people have asked for it already. I'm not doing any naming this episode. We'll leave it to build up a little bit more for next week. But some people have already asked for it. So if you want the dung beetle, your comment has to be better than their comment that they've done so far, if you want me to select it. So I had a few people ask for the dung beetle. So if you make a funny comment, or it doesn't have to be like a joke, but just a comment which you think I might like, I'm more likely to choose your name, and if it's a good name as well. So okay, so we're going to do the snails. We're going to do, yeah, I think we can get pretty much the whole thing done this episode, I reckon. We might make a good progress anyway. So let's have a think about how we're going to do these snails now. In actual fact, I've changed my mind. Since we're doing the desert theme, I want to do another desert theme for the mantis. Other ones, I think we'll do different themes. So we'll do the same thing again. We'll replace this whole thing with Adobe, and we'll stick down some desert plants and that sort of stuff. Make it look pretty cool. Let's just drop all this stuff we're picking up. We don't need any of this. And I can't see anything. These should disappear in a moment. I think we should just about get through. Ooh. There we go, it's dropping down. There we go, we'll do this. So yeah, so we'll do the same sort of thing. Get some desert plants and bushes and things in here, some cactus. And also I think we'll probably want to get another mantis in here. But let me decorate first and then we'll get the next mantis in. Okay, here we go. So I think this looks pretty sweet. It's decent size. I've kept it fairly open because the mantises are quite big and I'm going to need some space around. So talking to mantises, let's get another one in here. Let's get one over here. Perfect. Oops. Keep doing this, could do that. Come on. Get the right buttons going. That's what we need to do. Okay, brilliant. So there we go, we have a couple of mantises. I think that's perfect. That's a really nice colour, man. Look at that. I like that a lot. So there we go. Okay. Also, I found that there's the glass half wall, and we can kind of use that because I've kind of done a half wall and then a full wall. It's kind of is messing up with the height of things, trying to line things up with the outer walls and things. So I'm going to need to have this extra half wall here. Now we can use the model selector to kind of alter this and make these look one big windows, which I shall do very shortly. I'm still not entirely sure what I'm going to do about this slope here. I was going to have like a sloped wall come down, so because we're going to put a roof on this tunnel here, but that's not quite going to work. So I need to figure something out for that. But what I can do for now is we can do. We want 3 sides. There we go. So we can make these bigger. Get rid of that bottom row. Can go around all like this. That's perfect. In actual fact, we'll probably change that again. Let's clear the settings and we'll change this model. So we're going to have probably actually just a corner. Yes. No. Oops, oh no! What are we doing? Quantity. That's the one we want. There we go. Yes, and then what we'll do is we'll change this one. To also be a corner. There we go. Yeah, so we'll have these as really big windows. We can probably come along all the way we do this to have just the one side. To do that, and then this side we can do just the top, and there we go. So we get one big old window, and we can change this one to like a corner. Is that what, well, that's what we want. And then this one again, we also want a corner. There we go. Yes, we get one big huge window, and we'll do that along there as well. Same thing for all these ones, but yeah, get a really good view. We'll tint the windows slightly. The only thing I'm not too sure what to do about is these walls here. But I'll figure something out anyway. But that's that decorated. So now we can move on to some of the other ones. Okay, guys. So I've actually gone through and I've done the windows for all of them. I think it looks pretty good. The only thing I need to do is add a slight transparency to them, a slight tint. And what I've worked it out. So yeah, we've got slope walls coming down. We've basically got a half wall over a full wall. And then the sloped wall goes up there, and it kind of matches up. So I'm hoping that when I put a roof on here, you're not going to bang your head on it, and you have to crouch through. I think the angle should be okay. I'm pretty sure we'll be alright on that one. So anyway, I think that looks amazing. I'm really happy with how it looks. A couple of mantis in there. Our dung beetles are done. Let's get the snails done now. So I've got some rocks in here. Not sure how big are these. Oh wow, that's really big. That's too big for that enclosure. That's fine because I've got some other rocks we can put in. Some little tiny ones. How about we put in some of these ones to start off with? Just stick in a load of these rocks. How's that look? Okay, that's interesting. We put in. It's pretty much. Oh, that's a slightly different colour. Okay, we can stick a few of those in then. Stick a few rocks in. What about this one here? Oh, these are the ones that we put in the leech enclosure. These two sort of smallish rocks. Okay. All right. So that's some rocks. Let's put another one over this way. So what about? I think we need lots of vegetation for these guys. So let me think. I've got some ferns. So these ferns are going to be good because there's lots of vegetation and things for the snails to go for. No, what am I doing? Never starts the one I want. Like that. But what else have we got before we get too far with this one? We've got some little bushes. Yeah, we'll stick a load of those in. And I've also we've got some potatoes. Snails will like to eat your vegetation, so let's stick in a few sort of potato plants in. Something different. I haven't used these in any of the other enclosures yet. What else have we got? We have some small bushes. I'll stick a load of those in as well. And try and cover up as much of the sort of stone as we can, because I think we need lots and lots of vegetation for these guys. And I've also got some of this grass, wisp grass as well, which I quite like. We'll stick a whole load of that in there. So I think I'm actually going to go quite crazy with the vegetation in this area. Normally I'll leave it fairly sparse. And before we get too far, let's stick in another snail. Let's see if I can just quickly get my thing up here, and we'll go and get in another snail. Let's see if I can find it. You can't see what I'm looking at, but here we go. That's what I want. That's a snail. We'll get rid of that, and then we'll get another one in over here, I think. And perfect. Oh, where are you off to? He's over there. He's hiding under the plant. You can barely see him. That's not. Don't really want you there. Let's move you a little bit more out into the open so we can actually see you. He really doesn't. He wants to hide. Let's look. I can't see you. There we go. That's a bit better. Okay, so we've got 3 snails in there. That looks pretty good. So I'm actually going to put in some more of these ferns, I think. So these big leaves. That's not a fern. That's a fern. I'll stick them over there. We'll stick another one here. Really fill this up. Let's stick some more of this grass in. Try and sort of get a big old patch of this grass in there. How about another bush? Stick in some of these bushes. Really fill this up. There we go. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's come down here and have a look. How's that looking? There we go. So yeah, once we get the roof on here, it's going to look a little bit darker, and That looks pretty good. Okay, you can just about see the snails. But I mean, have you ever been into like a reptile house where they have things like the snails and the cockroaches and the tarantulas and things in the zoo? Half the time, you don't ever see what's in there because they're hiding and things. So I feel like that's not too bad. That's pretty realistic. I like it. I like that a lot. Okay, right. Well, let's move on to I guess we'll do the scorpions now then. So scorpions, again, I mean, I guess I could do another desert theme with scorpions. Scorpions are kind of a common thing in the desert. I don't know if I want to overload it with desert. We think. Okay, so let me think about this. The spiders and the Arthropleura, I'm going to do in a kind of cave kind of thing. So I think we could do another desert theme for scorpions. I think that would look pretty good. Yeah, I'm going to get onto this and replace this with the Adobe. Alright, here we go. So first of all, let's stick in a couple of these rocks. So again, the other scorched earth rocks are just far too big to put in enclosures like this. I tried out another one just before I recorded this segment, and it took up nearly the whole of this enclosure. So there's not really much we can do here. I think maybe those two rocks are probably about all. Maybe we could put in maybe another. Oh no, that's not one. Here's one. Maybe another rock further at the back there. Yeah, that looks okay. I reckon maybe we could get one more scorpion in here. Maybe I should just quickly chuck in a scorpion before we go any further. So we have another one. Oh, look at the colours on that one. Look at I love those pincers. They look amazing. Brilliant. Okay, yeah. So that's the 3 scorpions. Right. So let's see what we've got. We have some cactuses, some slightly larger ones. I've gone for a couple of different plants that we have in some of the other ones, give it a little bit of variety. I've also got some of these flowers which I hadn't thought to put in the other ones. We can stick in a couple of those in, not too many, just a couple like that. Maybe one more over here, like that. So what else have we got? We have these desert bush clusters, sort of a slightly larger version of the old desert bush which we had in over there somewhere, I think. What I might just do, while I think of it, let's stick in a couple of flowers in here, just to kind of give it a slightly different colour. Nice. We'll stick one more over here as well, just to kind of make it just that extra bit special. I think that looks good. Okay, so let's stick in a few of these other things here that we have. What is this? What is that? It looks quite big. Oh, I'm stuck in it. I'm stuck inside it. It's huge. We're not having that. Let's demolish that. Palo Verde tree. Let's get rid of those. We do not need those at all. We'll drop that. And what was it? Yep, they're too big. We don't need to worry about them. Right. So what else have we got? Stick in some of those. I like these things. These little whatever they are. We had a load of these in the Megatherium enclosure because that's one of their food sources. So it's a little bit too far forward. We'll pick that back and we'll move that a little bit further back. There we go, that's a bit better. What else have we got? We've got some more of these tall sort of dead bush things like these. Stick a few of them in. And over here. And what else do we have? We have something else here, another kind of bush thing. And what's this one? Oh yeah, we'll stick a couple of them about as well. And there we go, I think. What do you reckon? I think that looks pretty good. Oh, that is nice. I really like it. You can stick with this kind of theme, and it just makes it look that much better because it's all one coherent theme. I really like it. Oh, that's fantastic. All right, we're really making progress on this. So we've got a couple more to do. The spiders and the Arthropleura. Let's see how much further we can get with this one. So we can get rid of the desert stuff now, and I want to move into a kind of a cave theme. So a lot more rocks and mossy kind of stuff. Yeah, I have some ideas. Let me see what I can find. Okay guys, this is going to look amazing, I hope. We're going to start off with putting in some of these pillar rocks. We'll stick these in the corners. That'd be a good thing to stick in the corner, I think. I love filling up my corners. What do you reckon? Well, I might as well go for the whole 4 corners. And like so. Make sure it's not going to be sticking out too far. How's that look? Comes out a little bit. Oh, let's move that back just a fraction. It's not too bad at all though. Pick that up and move it back a little bit. Okay, Probably too far forward. No, that's fine. That's fine. Well, no, actually, no, I've got to get that in the right place. Just a little bit further forward without sticking through. Perfect. Okay, that'll do. What else have we got? We have a big old rock here. We'll see if we can stick this right on the edge like this. That looks pretty good. We're not leaving a huge amount of space for these guys. Let's see what else the other rocks we've got. That's quite small. That's a bit bigger. We'll stick this at the back here. And should probably. I want another one of those flat ones. Is this what I want? Yeah, right on the side here. What's out here again? This is the outside. Okay. Oh man, that's gonna. I need to move that spider. Are you gonna move over this way, buddy? Come over this way. Oh, I filled them up. I think they're way down with stuff because I filled them up with stuff that I'm going to use in a moment. Okay, well let's. What can we do? Does this stick out to the side at all? It does, but I don't think it matters too much. Do you think it does? I don't know. It's going to take up so much space. That's the only problem. What about if I was to stick it one in the front? You're not going to be able to see anything, are you? No, that's going to completely ruin your view, so that's no good. Well, I mean, we can stick them on top, actually. No, I'll tell you what, I'm going to pick this one up. Oh, can we? Well, I'm going to try and get these spiders out of the way. And then I'm going to put in some more of these rocks. Alright, here it is. Oh, this looks amazing. Look at this cave exhibit we have here. So I've covered the floor in rocks, which actually raises the spiders up so you can see them a lot better. The walls are covered in ivy. But now we have oh, there's so much stuff. I don't know what this is going to look like, but we're going to make this look like the most amazing cave ever. Look at this stuff. This is from the Eco Wonderland mod. So there's a whole load of stuff that we can use for these ones. I don't want to do too much because they are quite big. It looks like they're going to be taking up quite a bit of space. Can I even see this one? Oh, okay. Oh no, that could be a problem. It could be a problem because it's snapping to the floor and not going on top of the rocks, which means you can't see them. I can't find anywhere to actually put them that we can see, other than maybe there, a little bit of a mushroom. So I bet that's going to be the issue with some of these other ones. That's not actually too bad. We can do that. Oh, here we go. That's not too bad. We can stick some of these in. So the problem is at the back here we might not be able to get much in. Looks okay. I'll stick one of those in. What about this? Can we see anything here? I didn't think about this. Okay, what is that going to look like? Oh, that's okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. We probably don't need too much of that stuff. What about some of these big old mushrooms? Oh, they're not actually that big, are they? Oh, no, that ruins everything, really. I want it to be able to see the mushrooms on top. Maybe there are some bigger ones that we can do. Well, here we go. What about this? No. We'll get rid of that if we can. I don't think that works. What about this one? Oh god, that looks huge actually. Oh, that's not too. That looks pretty cool. I like that. And then we can easily peak the roof up a little bit to incorporate that. But that's not too bad. Okay, I think that'll do for the mushrooms and things. That looks pretty good. I do have some other things. I was using these as storage. So let's just chuck on. I'll keep these because I'll use this for the Arthroplura thing as well. So I also have some crystals. Now I don't know whether these are going to work because again they're going to be snapping to the floor rather than those rocks, which is a real shame. Maybe we can rethink the design. So I can just about see if I find something. So we can do it down here again. Get a little bit of crystal in. The tall ones. These are supposedly tall, I think. We might just be able to poke through over this way. Add a little bit of nice colour. What about this one? Oh, here we go. This is a nice big one. We can get that in there. We'll stick that in over the back here like that. Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't think we'll do too much more. And we'll try and stick this. I want something in the middle. Oh, here's good. Perfect. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Oh, those red crystals, they come through. Can we move these now? Red crystals, we'll pick those up. Let's just move them back a little bit. There we go, that's better. There we go, so there's our cave exhibit with the spiders. That's amazing. I reckon we can get one more spider in here, don't you? Let's stick another one over here. So we want spider, let's get one in here. Fantastic. Nice, so 3 spiders. Oh, that looks so good. I'm really happy with that one. So I'm going to do something very similar with this. I may dial it down on the rocks a little bit though. Just because we can't get any of these sort of crystals and mushrooms and things through. So yeah, okay, how are we doing for time? I think, you know what? I think we're just about done for today. I think I'm going to leave it here because I think I want to spend a little bit of time, certainly on the Lymantria and the Dragonfly exhibit, getting this looking really nice. So I'll definitely do that next time out. So since we're going to be doing this next time out anyway, I think I'll leave the Arthropleura for next time as well. Yeah. So okay, well, let me know what you think. So what have we done today? We've done the desert theme for the dung beetles, the scorpions, and the mantis. Brilliant. We've got the cave theme for the spiders, which I think looks amazing, and then we've got the sort of very thick vegetation for the snails, which is great. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this is looking. It's definitely an improvement on what we had before. Definitely. Yeah, so next time out, next week, next Saturday, we'll get the Arthropleura done, or we'll get the Lymantria done, and then hopefully we can get a roof on here and get this completed. So I am super excited for that. I really hope you are too. I want to say thank you so much for watching, really do appreciate it. Please give me some feedback and comments down below in the comment section, and make sure you follow me on Twitter and join my Discord server. And if you think my videos are worth it, you can look up my Patreon and you can donate to the Patreon, and there are some rewards there. I need to kind of get on there and tidy up the rewards and make them a little bit more exciting, I think. But yeah, you can definitely get on here and get your names in the zoo. If you want anything named after you, let me know. We have, so we now have 3 snails, 1 dung beetle, 1 scorpion. Is it 1 scorpion? Yep. And we now have 1 spider, and 2 mantis, 1 Arthropleura. Don't worry about the Lymantria yet because we're going to add more in. I guess if you desperately want one more, we've got 1 available, but yeah. We've also got the ants, flying ants, and leeches if you want them named after you as well. Now I do prefer to name them after yourselves or someone you know, rather than say, oh hey, I think Dave is a great name, you should call it Dave. If your name is Dave, that's absolutely fine, but if it's not, then I'd rather name it a name that means something, if you know what I mean. So yeah, let me know in the comment section what you'd like to see next, and I will see you then. Goodbye.